Let's go. Hopefully I can keep up with the gameplay. No clue how to play. Finally done sorting Arkham. I can explain as we go along. I calculate how many more sleeves I need for Game of Thrones. I need 1,400 more white sleeves and 2 boxes of copper. Huh? Alright, so the general gist is we have to not die, and we have to do 35 damage to that guy. The Frostwild Scourge. So this is going to use stuff from the second expansion for solo. Alright, so we have to mimic what it's... There we go. We have to mimic what it says here. This is what's going to be out on the table at all times. So it's a 1 blood, 2, 2, 2. So we shuffle our deck, and then we get to a 1 blood symbol. Put it out on the table. Then we get a 2. Another 2. Another 2. All right, pretty cool. Pretty easy. And I just shuffle it once again. Told my girlfriend... My wife used to play board games all the time, and then she stopped. So I got that going for me. All right, so I have my deck. Your deck is about 30 cards. I think it's 30 cards. There are 3 cards that belong to Odette Diamondcrest that have to be added, but the rest can be whatever you want. But this is just her pre-con deck. These cards up here are summoned in cards, so they don't go in your discard, and they can be summoned in over and over. So yeah. Way this is going to work is that in Ashes Reborn, you do not you don't do an opening hand kind of like Marvel Champions or anything like that. The way you do an opening hand is, wow, that's really going to bother me. Hold on. It has like a slight wrinkle and it hits the light perfectly. Drives me nuts. Okay, so you start with any 5 cards that you want. They just can't be the same cards. So I couldn't put like all shield mages or something like that in there, but it's 5 cards. So it's what's known as your starting 5. There is a website where it's just like a regular Ashes Reborn wiki that tells you what like you could start with if you wanted to like not do terrible. So you start with your 5 cards, you have them in hand, and then before really anything else you got to do is just take all your dice. Now I'm just playing a mono color deck right now, so they're all the white die, but you can mix and match dice no matter how, like any way you want. Doesn't matter as long as you only have 10 dice. And the reason that's important is because it's how we're going to pay for our cards. There are 3 symbols on the dice. The one with the animal is always like the highest one. Then there's like a middle symbol. And then there's a basic symbol. And the basic symbol is same on all dice. It's a pretty decent roll. All right, cool. Sometimes I try to teach my girlfriend how to play, but halfway through she says, let's just watch a movie or something. I just tried Red Reigns today. Didn't realize while playing that you only add a counter when all the dice are out. I was doing it every time. Ended up with the villain fully leveled up in 2 turns before I even damaged it. Oh, God. Yeah, that's rough. All right. So it's basically 2 phases, right? There's the player phase and then the Chimeras phase. So we go first. We're first players, first player token. They're going to go first the second time around. There's 2 main symbols you need to know. The first one is this top one right here, which is a main action. And then there's symbols like this, which are side actions. The entire gameplay is on this card. So phase 1, we roll our dice. We did that. We would discard cards, which we don't have to worry about, and draw cards, which we don't have to worry about. We have our 5. Phase 2 is that you could take a main action and you could take a side action. You have to take a main action, but you may also take a side action. It doesn't have to be main then side. It could be side then main, right? It doesn't have to be either one. And then you move on to recover phase, which we'll get to in a little bit. So main action is paying for a card, attacking the enemy with stuff that's out on the board, or just passing. If I pass and they pass, then it's the end of the round. If I pass, they go, I can still go then. Side actions is playing a side action card, activating a dice power, which is on here, or you can meditate. Meditating basically means I throw away a card to make one of these dice a different side. So if I want to take a basic die and make it to the highest side, I can do that. I just have to get rid of a card. The tricky thing is this never gets shuffled back up. Once I discard all these cards, I'm done. And I think I start losing health if I remember correctly. Generally, you don't get that far, but it can happen. So, I like the side action idea of putting a shield mage out there. Units you control cannot be targeted by attacks. Oh wait, that's nasty. Defensive aura. Units you control cannot be targeted by attacks an opponent controls. I feel like that's really strong. Units you control cannot be targeted by attacks. That seems really strong. Like brokenly strong. Interesting. So, in order to play the card, we have to do all the stuff on it. So the top one is a side action. So we'll do a side action. Then we have to pay an angel and then a basic one. So I'm going to do a side action, use an angel and a basic, and they go out of play. So I'm out of those dice. As my side action for my main action, I want to summon an Emperor Lion. So I just put this card out there. I can't actually summon it yet. I have to do what the bottom half of this card says, which says main action, exhaust this card, spend 2 angel and 1 basic, and then we can place an Emperor Lion conjuration onto your battlefield. The Emperor Lion is in this deck, so that's how you do like summons on it. As far as this board for battlefield, which is like the top row, I can only have 5 cards. The spell board I can have 3. The reason I know this is because it's written on this card: battlefield 5, spell board 3. Also, you can tell that she has an ability that you can use once to main action, and you exhaust it, deal 2 damage to a target unit, deal damage to this Phoenix Born equal to the target unit's attack value, which stinks. All right, so that's my main, that's my side. Now they go. So for Red Reigns, the way it works is that if any of these cards are face down, right? If it's 1 card face down, 2, 3, 4, it doesn't matter as long as it's at least 1. You take one of the beige dice or die and the red die, and you roll both. So this is a 10, which is not great, and this is a shard. All the shard thing does is it pops up into this row. When this row is filled with shard things, they get one of these little crystal token things. When they get 3 of those, their ultimate happens, and it's no bueno. As far as what the 10 does, you look onto their behavior card, and it says side action, attach a stun conjuration alteration spell to the opposing player's target rightmost unexhausted unit. So you just do exactly what it says. Rightmost unexhausted unit is a shield mage, and we put a stun on it. So we have a stun and vigor pile up there. So the attached card is considered to be exhausted. So actually the defensive aura no longer works, which stinks, because when you're exhausted, you can't do the thing on the card. So that's there. If we want to get rid of that, we have to do the unstun ability. All right, so we did that. So now it says reveal is their main action. So on the bottom there, under 10 and 11, next it says reveal. And all that means is you start from the left to the right. So you reveal the leftmost card, which is this 1 card, and we flip it over and see what it says. So Crush and Grip, it's going to be an enemy. The opposing player's leftmost unit is considered to be exhausted. Yeah, that's fine. That's already happening. And Defender, this unit will block for the Chimera and guard for aspects without the ability. That's fine. We don't have to worry about that yet. When it does attack, it's going to attack our leftmost unit. That's what that symbol over there means. It has 2 attack, 2 life, and 1 blood. We'll get into all of that means. You can kind of guess what some of it is. Because attacking is a little weird when you're not used to it. But Shield Mage is exhausted. I can't do much with it right now. So, yeah, that's fine. He has a choice. All right, so for a main action, I want to do the summon Emperor thing. So I'm going to put an exhaustion token on, where you're going to spend 2 winged angels and a basic die. And it says place an Emperor Lion conjuration onto your battlefield. There we go. So here it is. So it comes on your battlefield. You always go left to right. Like order does matter. So you can't like rearrange these. Like it comes out how it comes out. When his unit comes into play, search your draw pile. You may reveal a ready spell with law in its tile. Place it into your hand. You may immediately play a law from your hand without having to pay for the costs. So Law of Assurance, when the spell comes into play, change all dice in your active pool to their class side. Okay. Law of Virtue. Law of Sight. When this spell comes to play, you may draw 2 cards. No player may... Alright, I like the Law of Sight. Do we do Law of Sight or Law of Virtue? We could just destroy a target unit. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So we're gonna get Law of Virtue. Or, no, it's Sword of Virtue. That's not a Law of Virtue. Never mind. Never mind. We'll do Law of Sight then. So now we could play it without having to do its minor power cost. So it's an angel and a basic die. So we don't have a basic die, but we can use 2 angels. You can always use something higher than like what it is, right? So I don't know what bound means. Oh, it's a ready spell. Okay. So that goes on your spell board. You may draw 2 cards. No player may play reaction spells. So we draw 2, a meteor, and power through. Okay, cool. This card cannot be discarded from your spell board when you meditate. Discard this card at the end of the round. Okay, that's fine. So that was our main action. Now we could do a side action still. Do we want to do power through? If we do power through, we can give our lion an extra attack, which is nice. I don't know if that's worth it though. What's meteor? It's a main and side. Deal 1 damage to all units. Then deal damage to all units equal to the number of... Oof. That stinks. I do not like that card. All right, let's put power through onto here. It's a side action, plus it uses an angel. So that comes on. So this unit has the following ability. After this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, deal 1 damage to that unit's target Phoenix Born, which could be huge. All right, so that was my main. That was my side. It's going to be their turn. D20, you know any good solo board games that are story-driven based on your choices? Yeah. We're going to go back to Etherfields, but that's one. A better one is well, I can't see it. It's from Red Raven Games. I can't remember what it's called. They're coming out with an expansion soon for it too. What is it? I can't remember. But I don't play too many, so I just don't have time to play that many solo games that are like that story driven, unfortunately. But Etherfields was good. It was very story driven. What is that game called? I can't see it. It's from Red Raven Games. It's new. They have a new Kickstarter coming out. It's pretty good. Sleeping Gods. Thank you, Sam. Yeah. Sleeping Gods is a good story game. All right, so there's 1 card at least left. So roll it. It's a 1, and then this is a nothing side, so it stays down here. ISS Vanguard. Yeah, a lot of people like that too. So 1 just says to reveal, so we just reveal the leftmost card. Giant's Might. All right, so when this unit comes into play, attach the number of Vigor, Conjuration, Alteration spells equal to the Chimera's current phase. Its phase is 1. So it gets a Vigor, which means it gets +1 attack. This unit cannot be blocked or guarded against by units with less life value less than 2. Okay. So now it's our turn. So okay. All right, we have to get rid of this. I forgot. Oh, it's at the end of the round. Meteor deals 1 damage to all units. I feel like I don't want that. Do a summon winged lioness. Alright, yeah, we're gonna main action summon winged lioness out there. Side action, we're gonna lower a die from Lion to Angel and get rid of this stun card. So now again, units you control cannot be targeted by attacks an opponent controls. So I'm not 100% sure what attacks would be. If that's the enemy attacking or just like certain cards. Attackers deal attack damage. See rules for how to attack. Yeah, I think it's just a regular attack. Interesting. A lot of Awakened Realms games, yeah. Alright, so that's main, that was side. Okay. They're gonna roll another shard thing and a 5. 5 says reveal and then attack with the revealed one. So this is attacking my Phoenixborn. After this aspect or an adjacent aspect is declared as an attacker, attach a Vigor Conjuration spell to the attacker. So they are going to go on this one. He's going to exhaust and attack for 2 onto my Phoenixborn. They're going to take 2 damage. 1, 2. Okay. Actually, wait, but units you control... Oh, wait, I don't think my Phoenixborn is a unit. Cure ST... An ally, conjuration, or aspect. Yeah, so they can attack my Phoenixborn because it's not a unit. Okay. So we could main action to get a Lioness in there. Which we'll probably do. So let's exhaust. Use your last 2 dice to get a Lioness in there. This unit cannot be guarded against. Okay, cool. Rave about Aeon's End. I haven't tried it. Anyone else have? Yeah. It's really good. Aeon's End is really good. It's a lot of fun. I don't think it's like mind-blowingly amazing, but it was fun. We played it. I played it 2-player. I've never played it solo. Basic, and a 3 is attack if able. We are able. We could do crushing grip. Now the thing is, units cannot be targeted by attacks an opponent controls. So if there is, would they go actually against my Phoenixborn? Let me double check that. I'm not sure if they would just try to attack my Phoenixborn then. Alright, so... Your Phoenixborn is targeted for an attack. Next one, if it cannot, it will target the Phoenixborn instead. So it'll target the Phoenixborn instead. Yeah, that's fine. Can hit my Phoenixborn. I think we have heal cards, so I don't mind her getting hit. All right, so they're exhausted. So now that they're exhausted, normally when you attack, you retaliate damage, but now that they're exhausted, they wouldn't retaliate. So that's good. It's very good for us. All right, so they didn't reveal, so they just attacked. So they still have another reveal left. Destroy a target unit. I've actually played Tainted Grail twice. Really not quite finished second playthrough. I played it solo with friends sometimes. Both games are usually 30-50 hours of content, and that's not even the expansion story content. I've heard Tainted Grail's fun. I heard parts of it get annoying, but I heard generally speaking it's pretty fun. Alright, so we can't play any of these because we have no dice. So let's do exhaust our Emperor Lion. It has 4 attack. We'll do it onto Warcry and knock out Warcry. So in doing so, when's aspect? Oh no. It was already exhausted. So when this unit is destroyed, reroll 1 basic rage die. Okay. So this was the whole thing with the blood. So if they have 2 blood on there, that means we get to do 2 damage to the main enemy. Or to this guy. So we can attack him or we can knock out his like little guard things and do damage that way. Okay. So main action was attack. We're done there. We get to do a side action, which we can't do, which is fine. They get to go. One card still face down. Another one of those, which stinks. And then a 6, which is reveal and then attack with the revealed aspect. So it is Sweeping Strike. After this unit destroys a unit an opponent controls by attacking, resolve the following effect X times. Okay, so they would be attacking my Lioness with 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to exhaust her and take damage. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5, 6, 7. The reason being is I don't want my Winged Lioness to get knocked out yet. So this one's exhausted. They can only attack now with Giant's Might. That's the only thing they have left. Which may hurt a little bit. I may have Shield Magic take it out. Oh shoot, Crushing Grip was supposed to block for Emperor Lion. I keep forgetting the Defender ability. I messed up on that. The Defender should have happened. Hey, Mista, how's it going? Hopefully doing well. Alright, so what we'll do is then we'll attack with the Winged Lioness, deal 2 damage onto Crushing Grip. This should have happened, like I said, the first time around. I just messed up on that. Alright, so it does 1 damage. Cool. And my turn, their turn. They don't roll. They're just going to activate left to right now. So, they're going to attack. Deal 2 damage. We'll do it onto Odette again. 1, 2. Okay. So we can exhaust her to do her main ability. Even though she's tapped, that's not exhausted. So we get to deal 2 damage. Nah, that's silly, because 2 damage isn't going to kill anything. Well, I guess then we can get hit back by the attack value, which would be another 2. Yeah, let's do it anyway. So we're gonna deal 2 and then take 2. 1, 2, and we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that'd be 10, 11. 11 total damage. I think you can heal with her, so. All right, so we can't do anything else. Nothing else can be done. So now we get to the end where we get to recover. No one has recover, so that's fine. We get to remove all of our exhaustion tokens. Remove his exhaustion, remove his exhaustion. He's still got 2 people out here, so he gets 2 red range tokens, which is terrible because he's very close to his ultimate now. So that all stays. They are now the first player. 2 more cards come out here. Crushing was exhausted, so his text box would be considered blank, so you're all good. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's why I ignore that. All right, so Meteor, Power Through, and Sword of Virtue. I'm going to get rid of Meteor. I feel like I don't want it right now. Law of Sight goes away at the end of the round. All right, so now you just do it over again, right? So it's kind of how the game works, over and over. All right, Lion, Angel, 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 Basic, Basic, Angel, Angel, Basic, Basic. And we draw back up to 5, 3, 4, 5. Didn't get a heal. But we did get a Holy Knight. This unit cannot be targeted by spells an opponent controls. That is kind of crazy. Okay. Cool. All right, so they're first players, so they get to go first. An 11 and a shard. So once they get another one, the shard activates and a whole bunch of bad stuff happens. Attach a stun, conjuration, alteration spell to the opponent target's rightmost unexhausted units. So Winged Lioness is now considered to be exhausted. Then we reveal. So we're going to reveal the Giant's Might, which we already have one out there. This unit comes into play, attach a number of vigor conjuration spells equal to the Chimera's current phase. Still phase 1, so only gets 1. So we're good there. Okay, our turn. Oh, shoot. I never did overkill. Because they destroyed an opponent by attacking, so we deal 1 damage to the target Phoenixborn. My bad. Should have done that. Hey, Zom, how's it going? Have you started to mix aspects for the Chimera yet? I did it once, I think. When I had like somebody down. But since I've never played Odette before, I figured I might as well just try to get through her. Targeted by spells. The opponent controls. Okay, interesting. I'm going to get, for main action, get the Holy Knight out there. And side action, we'll do Power Through on there. See if that helps. All right, their turn. Let's see if they roll a shard. They did not. It's a 3, which means attack if able. They are. This is able to attack. He's going to attack my Phoenixborn for 2 damage. Yeah, that's fine. I'm hoping I just get heal soon. So 2 there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I think I actually am going to do the Sword of Virtue as an action spell and destroy a target unit. We can just destroy Sweeping Strike. I think we're going to do that. So that's going to be my main action, 2 basic dice. Destroy a target unit or remove wound tokens or exhaustion tokens from a target unit. So we'll just destroy this person. So that's 2 blood. So that brings us up to 6 there. So 5, 6. And then side action. We'll do the Law of Light thing again. So it's Angel and this, and we get to draw 2 cards. Shield Major and Sword of Virtue. I really want the heal. That's kind of what I'm trying for. All right, so we roll their cards. Or roll our dice. It is a shard, so we have to do that first before we resolve the 4. So a 3rd shard token will come on for those that don't know. It all comes off, and we read off what the ultimate says. So after playing the red range token on the Chimera, if there are red range tokens equal to or greater than the Chimera's ultimate value, their ultimate value is at 3. You do the following. Remove the tokens from the Chimera. Discard all cards on the Chimera's battlefield that it does not own. That's fine. Destroy the leftmost unit controlled by each of the Chimera's opponents. So Shield Mage is gone. Sad. Attach a stun conjuration alteration spell to all units in Phoenixborn those opponents control. So, they are now stunned. They are now stunned. This unit cannot be targeted by spells. And this is a conjuration spell, so I don't think they can be targeted. Remove this card, the ultimate and the behavior. And now there's a next phase. And these cards are like a little bit harder, basically. Now we have to do number 4, which is reveal and attack with the revealed aspect. Sweeping Strike. So after this unit destroys an opposing unit. Okay. So they're going to attack the Holy Knight. They're going to hit each other. And they will destroy. (10, 11, 12, 13). Must place 1 wound token on their... Oof. Okay. So they're going to knock each other out. This will deal 1 damage. Here, which is nice. So Knight gets knocked out. This guy gets knocked out, but I have to deal 3 damage to Odette. This unit's current attack value, which is 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So 15, 16. And it's 2 blood that gets put on. I have not got my heals yet, which I feel like is really bad. So that's something. Everyone else is exhausted still, which is not great. Ugh, okay. If you have more than 1 Aeon's End cycle box, the HP dials work well for this. Yeah, I might actually pick up dials for from Buy the Same Token. But yeah, you're right. The dials would be nice for the 2. All right, so everyone's exhausted. Let's do... They're attacking my Phoenixborn. So I have to exhaust. Okay. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna lower the value by 1 to get rid of this card as an alter, or as a side action. And then Emperor Lion is going to attack this one. Oh shoot, I have to take all these off. Forgot to do that. So it's gonna do a lot of damage here. This is gonna do 2 damage back. So it's not gonna knock me out, which is nice. Oh shoot, I have to see if they guard. It's an 8, it does not. Okay. So 3 damage, knocks it out. We get 2. We have to re-roll one of these dice. It is a shard, of course it is. 2 blood, which means this goes up to, was it 9, 10, 11. 11 total. So let me get a 10. All right, so 5, 10, 11. Oh, okay. That's the end of that. So now they're exhausted. So that's good at least. We get to go. Alter Ego action. Or alter ego. Side action, we'll get rid of this. And then we'll exhaust and attack. Deals 2 damage, knocks it out. It has 2 blood. So 2 blood goes under there. And then when this unit is destroyed, reroll a basic rage die. Okay, cool. That goes away. Figure goes there. Okay, so it's our turn. Target unit. This unit. While this die is on this unit, its attack value is increased by 1. Place this die in your exhausted pool at the end. Okay, so that's that. Alright, so main action, we'll do another Summon Winged Lioness. Put that there. Next action, I will throw away Sword of Virtue to raise 1 die all the way up. Still our turn because they can't do anything. And I will play the Shield Mage as a side action. Spend these 2 dice. That's it. Oh. Yeah, because I would pass, and I think that's it. I think that's all I could do. They're still stunned, unfortunately. Alright, you should show us what we got by the same token. All the new player boards, and then a bunch of the new tokens. Or actually, all the new tokens. So, that's all of that. This goes away. That's done. We get to re-roll our dice. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm doing all right. Considering I have no idea how to play her. And I should have gotten a heal card by now. Okay, that's a lot of mid-range. So that's good. Draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heal. Here we go. Remove all wound tokens. Remove all wound tokens from a target unit or 2 wound. Oh, 2 wound tokens from a Phoenix Born. Okay. Okay. We at least got 1 heal. So this comes off. We have to put their cards back out. Actually, I do think I have the X-Men dials. I should use them. Instead of putting all these tokens on it. I think we will do that. I'm behind the buy the same token stuff. Yeah, there's a lot. All right, so 10, 15, 16. All right, so they have 16 damage. Don't mind that the theme is off. And they have 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's put their thing right there so that we can see that. Okay, so that's them. This is us. Cool. All right, so first thing we're going to do, I think we can still heal her if we have exhaustion on, so that's okay. So we'll use a side action to heal. Use one of the angel things. Heal 2 damage. So this brings us down to 14 at least. And then for a main action, what are we allowed? 5 on the battlefield. So we can't place another Emperor Lion because there's only one. I don't know why there's multiple Emperor Lion things. I guess if they keep getting knocked out, you can keep bringing them back on. Yeah, I helped. It's a good idea. It's what I should have been doing in the beginning. All right, Law of Assurance. When the spell comes to play, change all dice you have to pull to their class side. Which one's your class side? Do you know, Mike, what class side is? I don't know what that means. Hey, Bradley, I'm back. How is Ashes going? So far, so good. It's the middle one? Okay. I guess that makes sense. If it was all the highest one, that'd probably be, like, kind of broken, right? Alright, let's summon a winged lioness. It's this one and a basic one. Put the winged lioness. So 1, 2, 3, 4 into play. Okay, cool. I missed the question. Family was asking something as well. Tell the family what they were asking was not as important. The one card says you get to change all dice in your active pool to their class side. Which side is the class side? All right, so let's roll their dice. Shard and a 5. 5 states reveal and then attack with the revealed aspect. Crushing grip. Okay. The opponent's player leftmost unit is considered to be exhausted. Okay, so Emperor Lion is considered to be exhausted. This unit will block for that chimera. That's fine. So they're going to attack my leftmost unit. I guess my leftmost unit's exhausted too, so it just like knocks it out, right? So that's sad. I can't even... Well, that's why I guess we didn't do the lion yet, so... Okay. Oh, that stinks. So that's a 5. Attack with reveal. Okay. Alright, so now it's our turn. Power side, I think, is the name of the highest one. Power class basic. Natural die. I think it would be like easily placed somewhere. But it kind of makes sense. I remember someone referring to the one size power, so that kind of it does ring a bell. All right, let's summon another lion back in. I just looked it up. That's right. Okay, cool. 2 basic or 2 class side, 1 basic. Gets our lion back in. Once you comes into play, search your draw pile. You may reveal a ready spell law and its title and place it into your hand. And then we can play it. No, I don't really want to. I'll just shuffle it. That's correct. Basic class power. Just confirming. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, so we did main action. We're not going to worry about side right now. Or I guess... No, we'll do power through. Do the class side, put it onto the lion again. Feels like something we should do. Oh, shoot. We had the shield mage out there. They weren't going to get knocked out. Oh, well. We already messed up on that. We shouldn't have been able to get knocked out. It should have attacked our person. But we would have just said they would have blocked, maybe? I don't know. We messed up on that. All right, 2. Attack if able. We're not able, so we'll reveal. Okay, another crushing grip guy. Leftmost is considered to be exhausted. So they are considered to be exhausted. Let me just put that there so I don't forget. All right. Let me put these over a little bit more. Let's move this whole thing over. Put that up there. I know it's a little hard to see. Actually, we can cover him up a little bit. That doesn't matter too much. All right, cool. So that was their turn, our turn. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do another Summon Winged Lioness for 2 dice. At least we can maybe protect the Emperor Lion. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can't put any more on the battlefield. So that's done. We still have that one left. So let's put this on the Emperor Lion. So while that's there, attack values increased by 1. Actually, no. Let's do it on the Winged Lioness. Because I feel like 4 is going to be more than enough for any enemy. 3 would be better, though, on there. Okay. So it's their turn. Let's push all this down a little bit. So basic and a 3. 3 is attack if able. They are able. So you're going to attack the leftmost unit, which is the exhausted lion, which means it just gets knocked out. Sad. Does not counterattack because it was considered exhausted from the crushing grip thing. But both their things are exhausted, so that's something. All right, so it's our turn. Let us main action attack with the Winged Lioness. Oh, we don't have a die to get rid of that. And just get rid of crushing grip. That's fine. Does 1 blood, so this is up to 14 now. Move all these over. Jumping on to anime, I started watching Berserk, but boy, I had no idea I needed to wait until my parents were out of the room. Glad they weren't home. Yeah, I heard Berserk gets kind of nuts. All right, their turn. Roll some dice. Another shard, which stinks, and a 5. 5 is reveal and attack with the revealed one. Goody. Wild Throw. It's a mighty aspect. When his unit comes into play... Oh, shoot. I forgot to roll a defense. It didn't work. Okay. I should have defended. When his unit comes into play, attach a stun conjuration alteration spell to the opposing player's target leftmost unit and reposition that unit to the rightmost. All right. So Shield Mage is now stunned. Is now considered to be exhausted, so our units can get attacked now. That only has 1 life. Is it the original anime or the recent one? All right, let's do 14, 15, 16, 17. Oof, okay. Wait until the next one. We can't lower dice. I will summon an Emperor Lion, just in case. Or just put it out there. And we'll worry about this in a second. Can't lower anything. Okay, they have 1 more thing to reveal. God, it's another shard and a 5. Reveal and then attack with the revealed. Wait, didn't we have this? Didn't we have a 5 last time? Did we never attack? I think we should have attacked. Yeah, I think we messed up on that. This should have actually attacked the leftmost unit then. This last one. Which would have knocked each other out. So that's fine. So it does 1 blood. That's 15. Okay. Then it's a 5. Reveal and attack with revealed unit. Which is Charge Fist. Comes with 3 counters. Start of the Chimera's turn. We don't have to worry about that right this second. But he's going to attack my leftmost unit. Because it reveals an attack. So we are going to defend with the Emperor Lion. Or get hit. Block, whatever. The Emperor Lion. So it's going to be 4 against 2. Okay, so it's going to deal 2 damage. And actually going to knock this guy out. Y'all just want to double check me on that. And 1 blood brings it up to 16. Okay. Hopefully that's all right. Hopefully we did that correctly. Okay, so we can't lower anything. It's attacked a unit. Let's just make sure that that was correct. I think it was. I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, it just retaliates, right? Because I think they attack at the same exact time, right? When attacks happen, they all get done at the same exact time. Just want to double check that I'm not doing anything silly. Yeah, if it countered. Okay. Alright. Between rounds, the Chimera's dice don't all go back to basic, right? Nope, they stay. They stay, unfortunately. I wish they went back to basic, but they stay. Alright, so I got attacked and I countered, so that's why I exhausted. Okay, not defending. Alright, I'm actually... yeah, we're gonna do her ability to deal 2 damage, knock this guy out, and then we get hit for 2. So Phoenixborn has 16 damage, but it does knock out Crushing Grip, which is another blood one.
Hey, listen!
Missed what D20 said about it, about Berserk. I just heard it was crazy. That's all I heard. Alright, we can't do anything else, right? We're done. Cool. So people recover. 0 recovery. No one else does anything, so that's fine. But yeah, I don't know much about Berserk besides that. I just heard it's very, very intense. I guess is the best way to put it. Alright, so 17 damage on 35 life. Oops. Basics. Ooh, this is not as good. No, it's alright. Alright, so Law of Assurance. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna get rid of that, and we'll draw back up. 2. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Intense is putting it lightly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. They're first player. Hopefully they don't do their ultimate, but I feel like they're gonna, so that's cool. All right. They go now, so we're gonna roll their dice. Basic and a 3. Attack if able. We're not able, so they will reveal. It's gonna be the sweeping strike guy. Okay. Don't like him. I do want to get rid of him. First thing I want to do is heal. So let's use our side action heal to heal 2 off of us. Brings that back down to 14, which is nice. Oh wait, we can't do no side actions. So main action. We don't want a main action. I kind of do want to knock out the Emperor Lion though, because I can just put them back in. So the Emperor Lion is going to attack this guy. Let's see if we block or they block. It's a 6. It does not. So it does 4 damage. We get hit back. So it knocks out this guy. Does 2 damage. So that's 19. Then, also, after his unit destroys a unit the opponent controls, deal 1 damage to that opponent's target Phoenixborn. So it's up to 20 damage now out of 35. It knocks out the Emperor Lion. Cool. Their roll. Basic. And oh no, a 12. Place 1 red rains counter on. That stinks. And then we reveal. So the reveal is the Wild Throw. This unit comes into play. Attach a stun conjuration alternate spell to the leftmost unit and reposition that unit to so it's on the right. So they are now stunned. Cool. Alright, so now it's our turn. So side action, I'm going to lower the lion down 1 to get rid of the stun on the wing lioness. And then we could do main action to get the lion back in. So we can use 2 of these and a basic. And we get the Emperor Lion back in. When it comes into play, we can search our draw pile. Or search our card pile, I mean. For a law. Do Law of Assurance again. It's fine. Did main, did side, right? So we're good there. All right, cool. All right, their turn. Roll their 1 dice. Okay, so red rains. This puts another red rains token on. It's up to 2. I have 3. And then we do whatever the 5 is. So the 5 says reveal and attack with the revealed one. All right, so reveal. War Cry. After this aspect or an adjacent aspect to the declared attacker, attach a vigor conjuration spell to the attacker. All right, so they get +1 attack. So they're attacking 2 onto Odette. Has 4 life. Oh, jeez. Just take the 2. So it's 16 damage. I have 18 left. Stinks. It's 4 life. Ooh. I almost feel like I want to do a meteor just to knock out their wild throw and bring this down by 1. I think I'm going to try it. Just YOLO this. So we're going to do meteor. It's our main enter side action. We use 2 class 1s. Deal 1 damage to all units. So 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage, and then 1 damage knocks this guy out. It's a blood 1. That's 21. No idea if that was a good idea or not. But I guess we'll find out. All right, so a 2 is attack if able. We're not, so then we reveal. Giant's Might. When this guy comes into play, attach a Giant's equal to the Chimera's current phase. It's phase 2, so it gets 2 vigor. Which is less than ideal. Okay. Cool. All right, let's do... Let's throw away a Law of Insurance to bring this all the way up. So that was our side action. Their main action is to... Hold on, wait. I want to double check something really fast. Okay. I never noticed the X-Men counter. Yeah. It's fun to get. Oh, wait. We can do Sword of Virtue. Right? We didn't do a main action. I don't think we did a main one. I think we just did a side action. Throw away a card. So let's do Sword of Virtue. Get rid of 2 basic dice. And we can now destroy a target unit. So we'll destroy that one. So in doing so, we have to re-roll a basic die. And re-roll a basic die. I eventually got a sharp. So 2 blood. 23. Okay, 23 out of 35. They're exhausted and they can't do anything, which is phenomenal. So then it's going to be our turn again. What do you need to buy for this game for solo play and how much content is there? So you need the core box, which looks like this. Right? You need that. And then the other box I don't have, but it's called Red Rains. I think you could buy it on Team Covenant's website right now for like $70-some or something. Those are the 2 you need. You will get the other one, not the Frostwall Scourge. You'll get the other one, which we could do next after this. And you'll get 5 Phoenix Born. As far... Why is there... Oh, is that my camera? Jeez. As far as... Let me fix that. How much content? The enemies always kind of roughly the same. It's a little bit different. But honestly, the Phoenix Born is why you play. Like, it's not enemy heavy. So like in the box, there's a bunch of versions of usually like the main enemy, which like can make it more difficult as you go along. But in practice, it works the same. And there's 2 different decks you can use, and you can mix and match those decks. So if you're looking at it as like an idea of like, oh, I'm trying to best a villain, like don't look at it that way. Look at it as I'm trying to master my person and how they work. And that's like the most interesting part of the game. I tried Googling, but got confused. Corpse of Veros in the core box is needed. Yeah, so Corpse of Veros is in the Red Reigns box. PvE expansion. Well, you can't use the Frostwild Scourge box because it doesn't come with this. The Frostwild Scourge box won't work, so you have to get the Red Reigns box. Hold on 1 second. Let me... Covenant. I think Team Covenant has the bundle still. I can just show you. Okay, maybe they don't. Okay, I got expensive. Okay, so really quick. This is what you need. So experience the solo PvE variant of Ashes for $40. Includes free US shipping. Right? So you need this box, this Red Reigns box, and then you need like the core box I just showed before. Cloud Hat Games. I don't know if they have a bundle. They used to have a bundle. So you need this box to play solo, and then you need this box to like play the game. If you like D20, just buy everything. That is true. That does make it easier. Red Reigns is the name of the co-op system in general. Yeah. Okay, so our turn. What I'm gonna do is we'll do a main action, summon a winged lioness out there. Side action we can't do. Still can't do any of this. Which I don't know if I messed up and did this accidentally before, but hopefully we did. Okay, that's that. They can't do anything. Our turn. So can't exhaust. Alright, so we'll exhaust this one, deal 2 attack, knock out this person. When we do, re-roll a basic die. Shoot. Okay. Knocks this one out. It's 2 blood, which is nice. So it's 25. So they only have 10 life left. Their turn. My turn. So then we might as well just exhaust our lion and our winged lioness, which is 3, 4, 5 damage. When you attack... Oh, shoot. I forgot to see if they blocked the last one. It was a 7. They didn't block it. If it's a 9 or higher, they would block it. I keep forgetting to do that. I do when buying games. So when you do attack the Chimera, you can attack it with as many units as you want. When you attack an individual unit, it's only 1. Just FYI. So it's 5 damage. So that's 30 damage total on here. So cool. The dice are technically all that's missing from the Corpse of Veros box, so you don't need the core set. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't need the core set. The core set just comes with the tokens and stuff. The system is the most intuitive, but it is excellent once you figure it out, and check BGG for some questions. Yeah, the rule books are a little rough. There's some rules questions, like even tonight we've had some and whatnot. But man, if you can work through it, it's a fun game. All right, so that's the end of that. That's everything. Cool. Let's do recovery. They recover 1. No, they recover 1. Nobody else recovers. That's fine. Remove the unexhausted tokens. We will become first player again. Law of Sight and Shield Mage. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to get rid of both these cards. Because I think we're going to try to win. We should be able to win early next turn. I'm going to jump on Ashes and Black Friday. Nice. All right, basic. So we should be able to win right in the beginning, and I'll show you why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so Meteor, Heal, Holy Knight, Summon. Okay. They put out their cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. I'm seeing that it still has the same tension of the versus mode that you're trying to force your opponent to pass while you still have actions. Yeah. Just do the D20 thing and buy all the stuff. It does make life a lot easier if you do that. Yeah, I mean, like, it plays really well. I don't play a ton of PvE, but I want to. And from the community, it seems like it does a pretty decent job of replicating PvE. Card advantage, the game really distills the need to get up on your opponent. Hey, Chris, hopefully you're doing well. It kind of does. To a point, yeah. All right, so it's our turn. So all we're going to do is, because they have no defenders, we're just going to attack with everyone on here. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Attack there. Does 7 damage. Knocks them out. So that's 37. That's how you win the game.